Intro. Hey guys, so I am currently parked outside my place of work, and I thought, okay, why not take this as an opportunity um to make a vid. I don't know, who knows. Um I can't see the time though, so I have to make sure that I am not late for work. So I will be checking on my purple laptop. Yeah, it's currently 3:33. I work at 4 and I need to give myself at least like 10 minutes. So it's okay. 20-minute vid. We got it. It's fine. In the bag. Yeah. So basically, I wanted to talk about some hot takes that I have. I tried making this video yesterday, but she did not work out because my family was moving in and out of the house. But yeah, anyway, first hot take. I keep on seeing this everywhere. You know, like the Menendez brothers and like the new Monsters show that has come out recently on Netflix. My hot take is that I don't appreciate shows like that. I really dislike when shows romanticize crime. I really don't like it, especially when it's not like a documentary. I enjoy documentaries. I've watched like true crime documentaries. But the way that those types of shows are made, it's so stylized and uh like it's catered to people who want to like watch gore and true crime and like watch things like that without having that like empathy aspect of it, you know, because even when you watch true crime documentaries or like podcasts, like it has a more serious tone and it's not so stylized and it's like, oh, this is real life. But when it's in a show, it's like you can really separate reality from the characters that you're watching. Yeah, so then that allows people to become very, very, I don't know, like apathetic towards those situations and towards the actual real life people who were in those situations. Like, for example, the Menendez brothers. Like, the amount of misinformation in the shows that I've seen, I haven't watched the show, and I refuse to watch the show. Same with Dahmer, I didn't watch it, just because of the amount of misinformation there was. But, like, I keep hearing that, like, apparently he made the brothers into lovers, and he, like, it was just a lot of things that I'm like, guys, this actually is not factual, and it's perpetuating a lot of the fake media in the day about them that caused them to have such a long sentence for what I believe was self-defense. Yeah, it's okay. My opinion is not like, you know, I'm not his lawyer, so like it really doesn't matter. But I think a lot of the times like people take their opinions from these shows based off of the show and not off of the information of the actual cases. And I really dislike that. I don't like that. I don't appreciate it one bit. And I don't think that it's healthy for crime to be romanticized in that way and for people to be like, oh, like that's fine. And also the things about shows like this is that a lot of the times the actors that they choose to play these characters are hot. They're hot. Okay, I'm not gonna lie and be like I haven't watched any of the edits or whatever. The one edit with the Milli Vanilli song in the background has been playing in my head. Okay, it has, because the actors are hot. So then when that happens, people see that and then they try to excuse things that have happened. And especially, I think this relates more to the Dahmer show than it does to the Menendez brothers, because the Menendez brothers themselves are attractive. So I think that also was an aspect of the real life. And like, I understand why they chose attractive actors, because yes, they were attractive in real life. But like, there to some point it gets into the whole romanticization thing. And with the Dahmer, like they chose, like, who was it? Let me Google this real quick. It was, I think his name starts with an Evan. I don't know. But they chose an attractive actor for him. So then people are gonna thirst for him, and people are gonna think that that's actually what Dahmer was like. No, he was a fucking freakazoid, and not that it matters. Okay, Dahmer actor. Evan Peters, that's the guy's name. So they get this attractive man to play a serial killer, and that further feeds into people's delusion minds of creating this fan culture around these serial killers, around actual murderous people. Like, I'm sorry guys, they're not fake. They're real. They're real, queen. Like, he actually ate someone. Like, he actually like sexually assaulted people. Like, that's not something that you're just like, oh, I'm gonna put a poster of him on my wall. Guys, let's be serious. Let's think critically here for 1 second. Okay, for 1 second. Yeah, also, I am outside of my work, so I'm like so scared that my coworkers are just gonna walk out and see me talking in my car like a fucking psycho. Actually, I probably shouldn't say that. With the, okay, I'm gonna bleep that out. Yeah. So, because my boss, I love my boss, he's so great. But he makes fun of me, as do good coworkers. Yeah, so anyway, that was my first hot take, and that's why I'm not watching the Monsters show, and I'm not watching because they're capitalizing off of other people's pain, and yeah, and with shows like that, even I think this is also like, it can be generalized to documentaries and like podcasts as well. Like, they focus a lot on the killers and not the victims. And this is different with the Menendez brothers because they were killers, but they were victims as well. But like, when it comes to like Ted Bundy or Jeffrey Dahmer, like, there is such a fan culture around these people because they're so like, they were blown up by pop culture as like these, I don't know, pinnacles of evil. And there are people that are freaks. If this is you, you're a freak who like to idealize these people. And for some reason, they get a kick out of it. And to an extent, I understand, because yes, gore and horror and things that scare people also attract people. Like, people want to consume that type of media, or else horror would not be the popular genre that it is. But also, like, when it comes to like, when you're I don't know, trying to justify the actions of these people, oh my god, this guy, guys, this guy walked by my car and I went to school with him. He probably thinks I'm crazy. Oh well. My windows are tinted. You can't tell now, but they are tinted, so I'm hoping that he didn't see me talking to myself. But that's okay. It's fine. I've already embarrassed myself on the internet too much at this point to really care what other people think. I see that kid everywhere, though. Like, he's everywhere. I don't know why. Probably because we live close by and we went to the same school. Yeah, that's fine. Like, to be honest, I can't really perceive anyone actually watching these. So I'm like, oh, this is like me talking to myself. But that's okay. You know what? I saw Chapel Roan and Drew, I don't know her last name. I need to really search that up. Talking about like before being famous, and how Chapel Roan was talking about like how it took her 7 to 10 years of being broke to like reach the level that she is now. And like, yeah, that's so valid. Like, you have to do it yourself. And every single celebrity has had their phase of awkwardness and like cringe. People need to be okay with being cringy. Like, it's fine. Being cringe, like, if you look back on yourself and you're like, yeah, I was annoying, cringy, like, you are aware of that now. Like, that means you've grown as a person. Everyone's had it. Ariana Grande has had it. There's a reason why everyone's like, oh my gosh, look at this celebrity's online presence or whatever, or like Zendaya and like her little cringy like videos from when she was little. Like, bro, like, it happens to everyone. Everyone's cringe. Everyone posts it, so like, you can't escape it. This is just my cringe era, and I'm okay with that. If I see these videos in 3 years and I'm like, wow, I was crazy, or wow, why did I say that, I'm totally okay with that, as long as it's not hurtful to anyone, because then it's like, oh, I know now that my brain wasn't fully developed, and that's why I said all of these really strange things. Yeah, it's kind of scary not being aware of what you think is gonna be crazy in the future, but it's fine. It is what it is. The world keeps turning. Yeah, I'm trying to like develop that mentality. The world keeps turning. Not like to be apathetic, but like to not take things into such like a huge degree, because I'm a very sensitive person and I think everything's the end of the world, but it's really not. The world keeps turning. Um, yeah, like literally yesterday, I accidentally did not do a quiz that I had to do. It was worth 5% because I misread the time that I had to do it, and it was online and it was worth like 5%. I didn't do it, and I applied for whatever. I don't know. I'm gonna have to like talk to someone about it, hopefully, and they'll let me redo it because I was stressed AF. The anxiety is really hitting, really hitting. So yeah, I'm gonna have to talk to someone about that. But then, and I cried about it yesterday, and I was like, oh my god, it's the end of the world. I'm gonna cry myself to sleep about it for the next 5 days. And then I thought to myself, this is one quiz in the next 4 years of my university career. And at the end of when I'm 90, am I going to care about one chemistry quiz? No. The world keeps turning. So what did I do? I sucked up my tears back into their tear ducts, like the one scene in Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs where the cop guy, he's like, and he just like sucked it back in. And then I studied for my psychology quiz tomorrow. And then that tear came right back out. But that's okay. It's fine. It is what it is. You keep on moving. You keep on trucking. Okay, what was my other hot take? Okay. Hot take. Okay, I did steal this idea from Drew as well because I was listening to her podcast, so creds to her as if she'll ever see this. But male yearning, need to bring it back. Need to bring it back. I hate dating culture nowadays. I really hate it. I don't think it was ever good. I think humans are just shit at dating. Like we just have a really shit dating, like what, like literally anywhere, like any time period. The 50s, like oh my gosh, like they gave roses and stuff, but then they like were misogynistic, you know? Like the 90s, like oh, like you had more third locations, like you could go rollerblading or you could go to the arcade, but also misogyny and homophobia. And like now it's like okay, so like those barriers are kind of lessened, but now it's like no one cares anymore and everyone is just does not care about each other and they don't want genuine human connection. And I'm a person that needs that. Like I have so much respect for people that can, you know, be free and not care and do what they want with their lives and, you know, be for the experience. I love experiences. I love new experiences. When it comes to romantic relationships, I'm a lover girl all the way. Like I can't. I get too attached. Like I can't. I'm very much I need the yearning. I long to be yearned. I yearn for yearning. That's basically what I'm trying to get at. I yearn for yearning. And examples of this, David Bowie and his wife, Iman, I think her name was. Okay, let's search that up again. I need to have like a setup, you know. David Bowie wife. I actually wrote this in my notes app. But then I'm recording, so obviously that didn't work out. David Bowie wife. I think her name's Iman or Iran. Iman, yeah, Iman. Her name's Iman. The way that he speaks about her is so beautiful, so amazing, and like, they're just beautiful. I'm gonna let y'all search them up. Search up videos of David Bowie talking about his wife because they are actual soulmates, like conjoined, like all-consuming love, and I need that. Same thing with Jet and Pookie on TikTok. You know what I did last night? Last night at 12 o'clock, I was scrolling through Pookie, what's her name? Campbell. I was scrolling through Campbell's TikTok, looking at videos of them, and the way that he hypes her up, the way that they are just so perfect together and so lovely, and I know that it's all curated for the internet, but they are beautiful. They are such a cute little lovely couple, and now she's pregnant, and he's like, she gets more beautiful every day. Pause. why I understand why not all men are like that. There are different love languages. Jet is just one in a million. That's okay. But like I can't even articulate what I'm trying to get at now. Like, bring back that type of yearning. Bring back that type of wanting, especially on the side of the men, because I know so many of my friends, of like my girlfriends who are who are single and have been single for a little bit. Actually, I don't have a lot of single friends. Pulling out my collar. Yeah, but like all of them talk about how they want to be wanted. And that's what everyone wants. Everyone wants to be seen. Everyone wants to be wanted. And a lot of the time now, because everyone is just for the experience, they aren't wanting people for the people they are. They're wanting people for the experience that they can give them. And I'm not trying to get into that. You know, I could also change my mind tomorrow. But currently, the state that things are right now, I don't know. I yearn for yearning, for mutual yearning, because I yearn for people as well. Yeah. I love to love people, and like I love to know who people are, like the good and bad parts of them, because I don't think that like you truly love someone if you don't know the entirety of their being. I'm very much like that. Like I'm like, oh, I yearn to be yearned, but also I'm like, no, you know, like it takes time. It takes time, and for me especially. Because like I really need to know someone and know like the depths of them to be able to say like I love you to someone. I think I've only said that to one person. And guys T, I don't even know if I meant it 100%. Actually no, I did mean it actually. I did mean it because I did know the darkest parts of that person. And I still love them anyway. And that's what love is. Love is knowing the bad parts of people and loving them for it, loving them even more for it, because then you know how they handle themselves with that information. Yeah, people are just like looking at me while I'm in my car, like, leave me alone, guys. Teehee. But yeah, that's my hot take. Send this video to your male friends and relatives. Tell them to start yearning for girls. Whenever a guy friend is like, oh, I get no hoes, oh, like this one girl that I like I don't know how to ask her out, dude, just fucking yearn for her. Like, I don't know what you're on. Like, literally it's so okay. Hot take number 3, it's so easy for guys to get a girl because they have so much less of a stigma of like being outgoing. I'm a very outgoing person as well when it comes to someone that I like. Like if I know they like me and there's like that, you know, feeling, I'm very outgoing. I will initiate things. That's okay. But it's scary, and but also like for guys it's so much easier and they just don't do it. Like they don't care. It's that whole thing. Like it's not even that they don't care. It's like you don't have that stigma of rejection. You know, like if a guy gets rejected, it's like, oh, you know, even if it doesn't feel that way, it is. That's how society sees it. But if a girl gets rejected, if a girl goes up to a guy and then he's like, no, like, it's like god awful, you know. And that, not saying that it is, like it isn't, but that's just how it is in society. So I don't know why guys have this stick up their asses that they're like, no, I can't. But dude, it's not that big of a deal. First of all, I don't think it's that big of a deal for anyone. But it especially pisses me off when guys say it, because it's like, you don't have that. You could literally go up to any girl and be like, oh, can I get your snap? Can I get your number? It will not be a big deal. It literally won't. Today, my best friend, this guy asked for her number. Ugh. Like, I wish. Like, that just doesn't happen to me. But that's fine. It's fine. But, like, I yearn to be yearned. And that's my hot take. Bring back yearning, guys. If any male listeners, yearn for a bitch, okay? That's, like, don't be creepy. Don't be a freak. But put in effort. Yearning doesn't mean, like, you're I don't know, writing her name over and over in a notebook and sleeping with it under your pillow. Like, that's not what it is. It's like, how to yearn. Step 1, find your victim. Step 2, don't be a pussy and go for her and be active and do things that you know that that person will like. Don't just do generic things like if someone loves roses, get them roses. But if you know someone loves like things being done for them, make them a bouquet of roses out of flowers. That's what I'm trying to say. You know, be effective. It's about the person, not the experience. Okay. Yeah. Do I have time for one more topic? It's 3:53. Do I give myself 5 minutes to get ready? 2 minutes, 3? I don't know. We'll see. I'm also trying to make videos that aren't pieced together because I'm very much like having to change locations and not giving myself enough time. And I kind of hate editing videos, guys. Like, I understand why people have editors for their videos. Like, when I get famous, trust that will be me. Trust it will be me. What's another hot take I have? Like a little quick one. I don't know. Usually I have so much to say, but today I'm just like my opinions are everyone's opinions. Oh, okay, another hot take. People that get all their information online, you're stupid. Like, not to say online as in like research like actual like websites. I mean like TikTok and Instagram Reels. Like, why are you telling what, like, that gives the same vibes as like, I don't know. I don't even know what to compare it with. That gives the same vibes as people that thought that like the world was gonna end in 2012. And it didn't. Like, that's embarrassing. Like, if you're gonna think something that deep, like, you better be right. Like, you better be right. Because trust, if that was me, if I was like, okay, if that was me and I had like some solid date in mind and it did not work out, bro, I would actually be so embarrassed. I would be so embarrassed. It gives that same vibe because I know you're wrong, but you just can't. That's what, okay, on the opposite spectrum though, I kind of love flat earthers. I kind of love them because like at the end of the day, they just don't care. They really don't care about anything. Yeah. And you know that one episode of Smiling Friends where like him and Charlie, they're like in space and they see that the earth is actually flat. Like, that's so funny to me. You know, like if you're gonna have a hard opinion on it, like at least pick something that you know can't be like 100% proven. Not to say that the earth being round isn't 100% proven, like I'm not a flat earther, but like if you're arguing with someone and you're like, oh, the earth is flat, but that person hasn't seen earth from the perspective of space, at least you have that going for you, you know. But the people that were like, oh, the world's gonna end on this date and it passes that date, brother, I'm just sorry for you. I just feel sorry for you. Okay, anyway, I don't know if I will continue for any longer on this video. I gotta go to work. So thank you so much for listening. I heart all of you. And yeah, takeaways: yearn, don't watch monsters, or do. I don't really care. But if you do, don't be a dick about it. Okay, bye, love y'all.